Chick, we get Andrea's mic on.
It is?
Okay, now
it is. Now it is. Well, welcome to everyone. Both the live stream audience, welcome. Thank you for joining us. And to all of you who have chosen to come on this lovely Pacific Northwest morning, glad you're here. We're going to start off with some wonderful music. So let's take it away, guys.
Well, if you all feel able to stand and sing into this day with us, that would be wonderful. 1, 2, 3. In the name of love, with a heart of grace, overflow in us, decorate this place. As it is below, so it is above. May we stand in the name of love. When the veil is gone, there's only one of us, only one, in the name of love. When the day is done, we will sing this song all as one, in the name of love, in the name of love. May we always be seeking out the best till we are free, living in a world we've been dreaming of, where we stand as one, in the name of love. When the veil is gone, there's only one of us, only one, in the name of love. When the day is done, we will sing this song all as one, in the name of love. When the veil is gone, when the veil is gone, there's only one of us, only one, in the name of love. When the day is done, we will sing this song all as one, in the name of love, in the name of love. In the name of love, in the name of love, in the name of love, just like that. In the name of love, in the name of love, in the name of love, in the name of love. One more time. In the name of love, in the name of love. Well, good morning. Thanks for raising your voices with us. Take a few seconds to greet some of those neighbors out there. Say hello to those beautiful faces. Time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 Well, if we have any children here today, these are our elementary school age kiddos, come on up and come find your teachers up here on stage. And we are going to send our kiddos out to their outdoor class today. What a gorgeous day to be out there. And really let this song fill your own heart too. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. We got Mother Nature and the human race. The world's got trees and bumblebees, rivers and lakes and the open seas, mountains and valleys and animals too, and a sun that shines on me and you. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, I'm glad to be on it. Hooray for the world, it's a special place. We got Mother Nature and the human race. We got Mother Nature and the human race.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living in Bellingham. I'm Joanne Allison, one of your practitioners today, along with Patty, Ronna Biggs, and Wanda. It takes all of us. So this is the time, if you haven't done it already, to silence your phones, even on the vibration, because we're going to a higher vibration this morning. And so I invite you to join me in prayer. So know with me, there is one mind, one power. And that power is in me and in you. And I open up to the goodness and the love of that one, allowing it to reveal itself in and through me in greater ways. I learn to love more, have more compassion, more kindness, and knowing when to show my love even more. And so today, I welcome all of you, this beautiful community of like-minded people, visitors, people that have been with us for quite a while. Just the unfolding of this community is so beautiful to see and watch. And so today, as I awaken and realize the mystery that is the mystery, I awaken to that mystery as we go into practice this morning. And so it is.
Surrender. I trust and I know I surrender. I surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. One more time, I surrender. To the arms of love. Well, I wanted to bring this song today in light of Pride Month. We just started June is Pride Month, and so in our own faith tradition here, and of course as a community, all are welcome in all expressions. And this particular song I wrote after the Pulse shooting in Florida way back when, and a bunch of faith communities got together in Bellingham and created a campaign called Let Love Be Our Legacy. And it was to show up in support for our LGBTQ plus community. And this song continues to be a balm for me just because truly it's like when we're gone from this planet, right? Like love should be our legacy. So please join in singing this one with me. With these eyes I will see, with this heart I will be, opening wide, turning inside, I am listening. With this love I will lead, with this grace I will breathe, deepening peace, fear I release, I am ready to receive. Spirit, know my name, call me home, and light these darkened days. Oh, Spirit, show your truth in all we do. Let love be our legacy. With these eyes I will see, with this heart I will be, opening wide, turning inside, I am listening. With this love I will lead, with this grace I will breathe, deepening peace, fear I release, I am ready to receive. Spirit, know my name. Spirit, know my name, call me home, darkened days. Oh, Spirit, show your truth in all we do. Let love be our legacy. Let love be our legacy. Let love be our legacy. Let love be my legacy. Let love be my legacy. Yes, love be our legacy.
Thank you. Leo, is that from Ireland, that hat? Yeah. Leo just got back. Welcome again, everyone. We're starting a new month, and it's a topic I've been waiting all year to talk about. For those of you just joining us, the theme for our year this year is the soul's journey. And each month we explore part of the journey of the soul as it is ever and ever evolving, which is one of the ways we think about why we're here. So this month's theme is the spectrum of awe and wonder. And that's why I've been waiting to talk about it, because that's like my specialty. I was born that way, which is wonderful. What a blessing to be in awe and wonder so much of the time. And even in the progression of my own historical dimension life, so we think that there's a historical dimension, but also a spiritual dimension, and that this is our eternal nature, our connection to the divine spirit, whatever you want to call that. And the historical dimension is how we utilize our spiritual nature in a particular lifetime. So my historical lifeline hasn't always been like full of wonder. But fortunately, because I early on discovered the spiritual path, I've been able to access awe even in the midst of difficulty, which I'll talk about a little later. Right now I wanted to bring you a poem by Mary Oliver about awe and wonder. Let's see. It's called Mysteries, Yes. Truly, we live with mysteries too marvelous to be understood. How grass can be nourishing in the mouths of the lambs. How rivers and stones are forever in allegiance with gravity, while we ourselves dream of rising. How two hands touch and the bonds will never be broken. How people come from delight or the scars of damage to the comfort of a poem. Let me keep my distance always from those who think they have the answers. Let me keep company always with those who say, "Look," and say it and laugh in astonishment and bow their heads. Isn't that beautiful? So it is a miracle, so much of life. How does grass become nourishment for lambs? You know, things like that. And we studied that, some of us. Maybe we didn't pay attention, but we were asked to study that. But the explanation doesn't capture the wonder of it all. It just explains a biological process, which is incredible in and of itself. So why does the spectrum of awe and wonder apply to our soul's journey? And today's topic is actually Awaken the Mystery. And so I wanted to talk about that piece of why. And so let's take mystery first, right? So Mary Oliver defined it. We all have walked either in the world or in our own minds and hearts in mysteries sometimes, places of the unknown, the unknowing. And depending on what kind of unknown it was or what kind of wondering we were about, it could be very, very difficult or it could be very, very incredible. Always, though, wondering touches mystery. And mystery is that incredible opportunity that lies before every sacred human to experience life anew, differently, to open to something unknown and yet waiting to be known. And it can be an intellectual idea, it can be an emotional experience, it can be a physical opportunity. The mystery surrounds us on all sides, and inwardly and outwardly it's available all the time. This for me is one of the definitions of spirit, is this incredible mystery that is in us and around us all the time. And I meant to say that if our little one wants to be in the classroom, we've set up the live stream there. I forgot to say that earlier. But we love kids, so not to worry. So awake in the mystery indicates the point of a spiritual life for me. And what I've found about awe and wonder and awakening into the understanding that I'm surrounded at all times with the unknown, with the mysterious, with the opportunities of being, allows me to kind of then ask myself, am I awake to it? And I don't know if you feel that way too, but a lot of times I'm not. I'm not awake, I'm asleep. And how do I sleep? Well, beyond the obvious, at nighttime. This is more of a spiritual sleep, where I allow my habitual ways and my intellectual ways to carry me away from the present. And in doing that, I'm somewhere else. I'm not in the mystery. I'm somewhere else. And so a lot of my path, and I wonder about yours, has been about learning to remain present, learning to be available, and not allow those habits of mine, and they range from all kinds of things. I mean, you know habits, I know habits. They're everything from very positive habits, like brushing my teeth twice a day, great habit. I'm talking more about the ones that check me out. I'm talking about the video games or the computer games. I'm talking about the reading when someone else is in the room. I'm talking about all kinds of things that we do to just kind of numb, to not be present. And we all do it. I don't know, maybe you don't. I do, still. And, Brene Brown in her first TED Talk spoke to this a lot. And what she found in her research was that the people that are happiest in their lives, this was not a spiritual study that she did, it was a research project, were the ones that she called the wholehearted. And they annoyed her. Because at the point of that TED Talk, she had just begun to explore the mystery of that in her own life. But the wholehearted, there's some characteristics. And one of the characteristics is their ability to be vulnerable. And I think one of the reasons we go to sleep sometimes in our life or let habits happen is there's a certain vulnerability to being present, isn't there? I mean, even in nature, which most of us absolutely adore and love, there's a vulnerability in that. There's all kinds of things that could happen along that path, and we have to be awake to those. Vulnerability with people is what she was looking at, especially, and with circumstances surrounding people. So the wholehearted were people that could tolerate and live with, be with, the waiting for the call from the doctor for a diagnosis. The understanding that the marriage is in trouble. The willingness to reach out even when it meant being extremely vulnerable with a colleague or a friend. So the wholehearted have vulnerability as one of their capacities. And in most cases, it's something that's learned. And so I wanted to talk about what I've learned, because I would certainly fall into that category. There are 3 things that I've learned about being awake in the mystery. And the first is that the spiritual path asks us to develop something that a lot of different traditions call the witness state. And the witness state is the ability to think and feel, but also have this other part that's aware that you're thinking and feeling. And so this other part, we weren't taught about in school. At least the school I went to, we didn't know about that. No, we were all in the thoughts. We were all in the feelings. But learning to become aware of this other place within us, it's always been there. And then cultivating the witness state is the point of most spiritual practices. It doesn't actually matter which spiritual practice. You know, you can sit on a cushion and, do the thing. You could do yoga, you could do Tai Chi, you could do any form of spiritual practice. And almost all of them are designed to assist in coming into a place of witness. I'll give you an example. This week I went to a really hard yoga class, 75 minutes. It was long and it was really good. And my body was talking. And one of the things that yoga teaches people is to stand witness with the body so that you don't overextend or over-push the muscles and the being. And so I was doing a particularly hard pose. There were several. And my witness state was very active. It was literally watching me and my body struggle. And I was so grateful for that because I was able to modify, and that's how you do it, is the witness state allows us to modify anything. Let's say we're in a really heated conversation with someone, and the witness over here that's been practicing peace and love and equanimity for years with us on the cushion is back here going, perhaps we should be silent now. Perhaps we should take a breath now. And so it's an incredibly valuable asset. And it turns out to be awake in the mystery requires that place, because the habit energy is so strong for sacred humans that if we don't have that on board, we're just lost in the mystery. We're not awake in it, and we're just going about our routines and not even noticing. I was with my grandchildren last weekend. One of them, our Ellis, is 8. And so an 8-year-old boy is an incredible thing to be with. And Ellis had some challenges earlier in his life, so he couldn't hear, and his folks didn't know that. So by the time they figured all that out, he had lost all the nuances that babies learn in listening to their parents. So he went into, physical therapy with his speech therapy. But what has occurred for Ellis is because he missed all that, he's very direct. Extremely so. So a few years ago, he was following Joe around, who he adores, but he couldn't remember his name, so he goes, old man. And his older sister was like, Ellis, you're not supposed to say that. And Ellis is like, well, he is. So I was with Ellis outside, and I'm noticing all this incredible mystery of that landscape in Idaho, and he's not. And so I said something like, wow, look at that. And he goes, what? And I said, well, look at that bird and what it's doing. And he said, where? And I said, right there, right above your head. There's a bird doing something. He said, ah! But it's like that. It's a training that we didn't necessarily receive in childhood, but we can now, to be awake in the world, to be awake in the mystery enough, to be present to the miracle, the awesomeness of what surrounds us, wherever we are, with whomever we are. So witness. The second thing is attention. And it's not the same. So witness allows us to wake up and notice, but attention is something that we can cultivate even more fully with that on board. So what do I mean by that? Well, one of the most extraordinary experiences I had about attention, as you know, I've been with the community of Thich Nhat Hanh for 26 years and go to retreats on a regular basis with monks and nuns. And so I remember being in a retreat, and I was going through something. Who knows? Spiritual practice sometimes brings stuff up. So I was going through something, and I sought the counsel of one of my favorite monks. And so I caught him as we're walking to dinner. And so we're walking along, and I'm talking about, would you be willing, blah, 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 blah. And he stopped. And so I stopped. And he said, tell me more about that. And I started to walk, and he didn't. And so I told him a little bit, and I didn't even notice, really. I was just telling him about this stuff because I was in it. And so then we started walking again, and then he stopped. And he said some stuff to me, and I started to talk back and start walking, and he didn't walk. And finally, after a couple times of that, he said, we're trained here to only do one thing, to only do one thing well. So when someone is speaking to us, we stop so that we can bring our full attention to that person. And that's why you're noticing that I'm stopping, is I want my full attention to be on what you're saying and what you're feeling so that I can understand deeply. Well, that was like life-changing for me because I had never considered that just walking and talking was not paying attention. But on a certain level, they're absolutely right. In fact, in that tradition, there's no such thing as multitasking, which is a myth anyway. So attention can be cultivated, obviously. They certainly had trained in it. And so I began to ask myself, what am I not paying attention to? What am I doing where I'm trying to multitask or I'm trying to get her done, and I'm not really fully present, paying attention to what is. And there were lots of areas, and there still are. But it's a goal of mine to allow myself to be very attentive as much as possible. Why is that important in awakening to the mystery? Well, like my little Ellis, he didn't even know there was this incredible bird above his head. And once he got over the thought that the bird might poop on him, total 8-year-old thought, then he could pay attention to what I was seeing, and we could talk about it. And I have a feeling that from now on, Ellis will be aware of the tree in his yard that the birds were roosting in. So why is that important? Because to be awake in the mystery allows awe and wonder to show up. It's incredible. That bird was incredible. It wasn't anything extraordinary, but we don't have them here in the Pacific Northwest. It was a black-billed magpie. And they're incredible birds, beautiful. So attention, so witness state, attention. The last one I wanted to tell you about, and then we'll close, is something that I was struggling to try to talk to you about because it's the hardest one. And I went and found all kinds of stories, and I could tell you one, and we'll see if Spirit wants me to. It has to do with trust. And it has to do with what Brene Brown was saying about the wholehearted. It has to do with trusting that our life path, even in the sucky parts, is part of the journey of the soul. And you can't get there from the sucky part unless you've got the witness state and attention on board, really. I mean, I know from experience that if I'm just in the suck, so to speak, this is so inelegant. But I can't swear on stage much. So think of other S words and you'll know what I'm saying. So in that place, if we have cultivated attention and the witness state, one of the things that we can, well, what I can do, and I think you too, is we can actually, in the middle of heart, in the middle of destroyed, in the middle of the worst, we can also see the opening. We can see the place of opportunity, or opening's the best word, because often we don't feel like we want an opportunity. We just want it to be the way it was. So in that place, with witness on board and attention, we can begin to see that there's a reason for this, or a meaning for this, or the opportunity to make meaning is really the way I think of it now, out of even the most difficult things. And it doesn't happen right away. It's not like this, where all of a sudden the sucky parts are like, oh, I see it all now. It's so great. It has such meaning. I get it, I get it, I get it. The only time I've heard anybody say that is when they want it to stop, right? I get it. Now can we stop? No. But later, with the attention on board, we can begin to walk with both things. We can walk with the experience that's very difficult, and we can walk with the understanding of trust, that somehow this difficult thing is part of our journey, and that there's an opportunity in it that can open us even further. That is a difficult practice, actually. It's a very difficult practice, because the difficult times of our life are often all-consuming, and yet what I'm reporting to you is that to be awake in the mystery, we can cultivate that. We can cultivate trust in the unfolding. There were so many stories that came to me about this. I'll give you the short version of one of them. There were these three folks called, let's see, can I call up their names? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Old story from the Hebrew Bible. And they were in Babylon, and the king of Babylon had decided that everyone should worship him and this golden image that he'd made. Well, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were of the one God, not many gods, but just one, and it wasn't the golden statue. And so they got reported. And the king of Babylon called them and said, hey, you got one shot. You can either bow down to this statue, or I'm going to throw you in the fiery furnace. And they said, no, we respect you, but we worship one God, and we can't do that. So he was so angry that he got the furnace people to make the fire 7 times hotter than normal. And he got his soldiers, and he took the 3 men, and the soldiers bound them up and threw them in the fiery furnace. And the heat, when they opened the door, was so great that it killed all the soldiers. It was that hot. And so they're in there, and the king is watching and says, didn't I tell you to bind them? I don't know who he said that to, because they were all dead. But anyway, yeah, we bound them up. Well, they're walking around in there. And there's a fourth person in there. And so the story goes on, shorthand version is God was walking with them. And they came out of the furnace untouched. And it changed a lot of things in Babylon. Now that kind of trust in an unseen God is rare, even among clergy. But it can be developed. And so developing the witness state, pay attention the next time you're doing a spiritual practice. Pay attention to the other part, not just the itch. When I meditate, there's itches. How about you? Not just the pain when you're in yoga, but the other part. Pay attention, just all the time. Just sort of take a few moments and notice that there's something noticing. And then you could join me in making an intention to pay attention more. Not all the time, it's too taxing. I need my little solitary game once in a while. I need to read a really good fiction book once in a while. But more, so that I'm tuned in when I'm awake in the mystery to what's happening, what the mystery's offering. Whether it's a black-billed magpie, or I walked in today and the Mary Oliver poem, which I did not have in my talk, download it. Just like, oh, you need to say that. I don't know if I hadn't learned about attention, if I would have caught that. It was like catching something. And lastly, developing trust. You know the way to do that. And it's very unique. So all I can say is it's like a muscle and it can be developed. Pay attention and trust more in situations that are a little bit safer. Trust requires being wholehearted and awakening in the awe and the mystery that surrounds us inwardly and outwardly. So I'll do a prayer for awakening. How about that? Join me in this knowing. There is one incredible life that surrounds us, is moving in us and through us. It is absolutely chock-a-block full of mystery. There is no place where that mystery is not absolutely available. It is inherent in all that is. We can call that mystery whatever we want. But the fact is that in each of our lives, mystery is available. So I know for myself, and you can know for yourself through this prayer, that as I walk fully in the world, awake, that mystery offers me a reality that is rich and beautiful and filled with awe and wonder. Every day an adventure, even in the smallest ways. And as I embrace the adventure, allowing awe and wonder to be my way more and more fully, I awaken even more in a continual cycle of opening and reveling in the mystery. I will not fear it any longer. Instead, I will embrace it, allowing it to show me and teach me the way of wonder. I'm so grateful to be open to this, to know that mystery is a calling to awe and wonder, and that I am open to that. So I release my word into that mystery, knowing that this intention I have set through prayer is now unfolding me, and you, if you'd like. And if you'd like, please say with me, and so it is. Thank you. Thank you. I'll turn off my phone now. Everybody else silenced their phone, but I needed it open. All right, we're going to invite the ushers forward, Andrea and her niece, and grateful for your donations to the center. They allow us to do so many incredible things, from charitable acts out into the community to buying gasoline for our lawnmowers and everything in between. So thank you very much.
Joy, joy, I still got joy. Joy, joy, I still got joy. Joy, joy, I still got joy. After all I've been through, I still got joy. Faith, faith, I still got faith. Faith, faith, I still got faith. Faith, faith, I still got faith. After all I've been through, I still got faith. And love, 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 I still got love. Love, love, I still got love. Love, love, I still got love. After all I've been through, I still got love. And peace, 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 I still got peace. Peace, peace, I still got peace. Peace, peace, I still got peace. After all I've been through, I still got peace. Joy, 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 I still got joy. Sing it out. Joy, joy, I still got joy. Joy, joy, I still got joy. After all I've been through, I still got joy. After all I've been through, I still got joy.
Well, I want to to thank everyone who bid for a seat at the table in our Gourmets for Good events that are going to be happening all summer. And we raised over $16,600. Incredible. And thank you to all the hosts and hostesses who are making that happen, to all the guests that won a seat at the table. And for those of you who didn't win, I didn't either, so thank you anyway. A couple things to know about our men's group. We'll be meeting next Sunday at noon, and we would love to have you join if that's of interest to you. And Philip down at the sound booth there is one of the leaders of that group. If you have any questions, you can ask him afterward. And then for years now, I've been doing an annual women's retreat, and we are going in August, the 11th through the 13th, and a couple spaces have come open. So if you are just hearing about it, the Whitby Institute is an incredible container. The food is amazing. The grounds are extraordinary. The energy of the place is magnificent. And I don't do such a bad job either. So all in all, it's an incredible retreat. And if you're interested, you can call the office and find out what spaces are available. All right, and we have a group that is called the Earth Stewards. And the Earth Stewards are folks that have really committed to bringing forward one of our core values as a community, which is to be good stewards of the earth. And so they're going to be offering a really fun event, very short, and it's going to be happening this Sunday, the 25th. It's, as you can see, it's not very long, but what they do from time to time is they just ask people to come and share what they're doing to help the earth. And so coming into summer, the Earth Stewards felt like you probably have summer practices or things that you're involving yourself with that could up-level our own experience of summertime. And at this particular gathering, some of the Earth Stewards are bringing what they've learned, especially about produce, meat, and how to sustainably purchase that kind of thing. So they'll have information about that sort of thing as well as other things. And we're hoping you do too. So mark your calendars and come on the 25th and just share. So that's that. And then I just started last week a soul collage class, and that is an incredible opening to our inner knowing, paying attention to it, and allowing our intuition to guide us to make these beautiful cards. That's cards there. They never have words on them. They're only imagery. And if you missed the first one, they stand alone. So I have two more that are happening. And if you'd like to come, you are more than welcome to come. Just let the office know so that I make sure I have enough supplies on hand. And they're meeting on Tuesday night from 6 to 8 p.m. And I think that's about all. Let me see if I've got anything else. You can pay for the Gourmets for Good at the Ask Me desk in the classroom, which is also where coffee is, or you can pay online or call the office. And we, from time to time, people send us things we didn't ask for. Maybe that happens to you too. But we have a whole bunch of these tickets there's a Linden World Circus happening tomorrow and Tuesday. And there's a bunch of these tickets at the Ask Me desk in the classroom. If you'd like to take your family, it makes it free for you. So that's that. Why don't we stand and we'll sing our way out of here and into the day.
All right, let's sing Power of Kindness together. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Sing it out now. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. We don't know what's coming, we can help shape what's ahead. With kindness as our currency, the commonwealth is in our hands. So give a little, give a little, give a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round. There's more than enough. Sing it out. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. The honeybees serve sweetness only to help the world bloom, bringing love to the flower, from the flower to the fruit. We can learn a thing or two. So give a little, give a little, give a lot, don't stop. A helping hand makes the world go round. There's more than enough. Here we go. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Ooh, I believe in the power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Let's fill this space. The power of kindness. Ooh, I believe in the power of love. Thanks so much for raising the vibration today. We'll see you next week.